Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for The Curse of La Llorona. So The Curse of La Llorona is a horror film that apparently takes place in the Conjuring universe that follows the story of this woman who is La Llorona, who is a Spanish folk story about a woman who drowns her children in a river. And this film follows her in a kind of modern downtown LA, or not modern, the 70s, 60s downtown LA setting. And it follows her as she is terrorizing different families. And she starts terrorizing this one woman family who is a cop, and it follows her as she's trying to keep her kids safe. So The Curse of La Llorona is, I think it was in my bottom 10 anticipated movies of the year. I thought from the start it sounded like it was just like The Nun. That's before I even knew it took place in the Conjuring universe. And learning that it took place in the Conjuring universe didn't surprise me, because this feels very, very much like a Conjuring movie. And what I mean by that is not a good thing. I mean, it doesn't feel like a Conjuring proper movie like the first or second Conjuring. It feels like one of the spin-off movies where it's about nothing, where there's nothing that happens in the plot, where it's just a bunch of long shots that are trying to be scary really hard and fail completely. And overall, it's just a complete mess of a movie. I honestly cannot say that I have been more bored in a movie probably this entire year, honestly. I don't know what it is about this movie. I think what it has to do with is that there's not a whole lot that happens, and the conflict in the movie is also so forced. Like, they did not have enough to do with La Llorona to fill an hour and a half. That's very obvious, because they kept on having to throw in these different things. They kept on having to throw in, oh, the characters are safe, but they're gonna do one tiny thing, and now we get a 5-minute scene of somebody walking around a house and a tiny creek, and then there's a jump scare. And that's all of what the horror is based off of. I think that the performances in this movie, I mean, they're okay, and there's other parts of this movie that are just okay, but when a horror film isn't scary and it doesn't have anything else going for it, it's not really much of a movie. I thought that this was just a disaster all around. It was only an hour and a half, and it felt like it was 2.5 hours. I just did not like this film. I can hardly remember it. I saw it about a week ago, and I can honestly hardly remember. That's why this review is so short. I can't remember much about it, except that I almost fell asleep during it, and that is a sign that you have a bad movie. I will give The Curse of La Llorona a 3 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for The Curse of La Llorona. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what do you think of the Conjuring universe? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.